Makeup on meet day has become quite a big part of my routine. I kind of do my makeup quite out of order. I kind of just do whatever I feel. I start by curling my eyelashes, and I have quite an intense routine for my eyelashes. I take them very seriously, and it might start looking a little scary, but I'm very particular. I typically say if I'm having a good lash day, I'm having a good makeup day in general. So I actually curl each side twice for like probably 15 seconds on each side. I do believe that having the right tools is a key to having great eyelashes. I have to kind of just go with the flow, and I feel like I don't take things too seriously when doing this, and I feel like that's my trick in the gym too. I try not to be too uptight in the gym, and I feel like that's what helps me enjoy it more and makes me get the best results. Okay, now I'm using my mascara, and I actually just switched to this mascara, but there's a lot of hype around it. When I put my mascara on, I like have to get it on my eyelids. So it ends up looking like a mess, but it's really just a trust the process situation. I started when I was like 2, around there, and I started in mommy and me classes, but I started by, my mom like took me to like our local park, and there was this family there. They saw me swinging on the bars, and they were like, I think she would be a great fit for our little gym. Like, you should come and try it out. And my mom was like, let's give it a go. Okay, so now I take this Q-tip, and sometimes I put micellar water, but it also works if you just lick it and then clean your eyelids. I would say I spent about 2 years there, just kind of doing it for fun at the recreational level. Okay, so now I'm doing concealer, and I don't like doing too much, so I just cover up wherever I'm breaking out. And then under my eyes, because under my eyes get a little bit red, and they're not like the same color as everywhere else. And like some people put foundation on, but to be honest, I don't like doing gymnastics with like full go, you know what I mean? I was excelling like quite fast, and then my coach, she got a job offer at WCC in Houston, Texas. So my coach went to my parents and said, I think this would be a great opportunity to excel her career. I lived there from I think 9 to 10, and I lived there with my coach. My mom would fly out every 2 weeks from California to Texas, and she would come visit me. I don't know what I would do without her, really. She made sure I never felt like homesick or anything like that. And I was having such a fun time that I didn't even feel like I was really missing home that much. Next, I move on to bronzer, and I don't have a particular way of doing this. I kind of just bring color back to my face, and it's making me look more tan. Typically, like, you do contour and bronzer, but I just use bronze to bring color instead of like defining my face, if that makes any sense. My mom doesn't wear makeup. We both have really sensitive skin, so I just used to watch my best friend Jillian do her makeup, and that is kind of where I learned everything from. Next, I'm moving on to blush, and I also use this to just bring some color back into my face. Being on camera more, just in college, you kind of figure out what you like and what you don't like. I also sometimes have blush blindness, and I just continue to put more on when I don't need it. So I feel like blush is the first thing to leave when you're doing your makeup. So it's like, I just prepare for it to be gone. I'm gonna move on to, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. And I don't like doing my eyebrows before I do anything else. A lot of people do like their eyelashes and then eyebrows like at the same time, but I don't like using brush products after I do my eyebrows because I feel like my eyebrows move after that. I do it like towards the end. I feel like majority of my memories and everything I've learned really comes from gymnastics. And I always say that, like, gymnastics obviously is teaching you so much in the gym, but every life lesson that I've really ever learned has come from gymnastics. Like, gymnastics isn't just making me a great gymnast, but it's making me an even better human after the sport. I really only have 3 years left of this sport, but I will take this with me forever. All the friends that I've ever made, like majority of my friends, because I was homeschooled, they've all come from gymnastics. Like, I've made friends like across the country that a lot of people just wouldn't be able to say that they've done. It shaped me in so many ways that I wouldn't be the person I am without this sport. Next, I take my Benetint, and I just actually got this, but my sister had it actually. and it's actually the perfect color. And it like looks quite bright right now, but once it dries down, that's why I kind of do it in the middle of my routine, because once it dries down, the color like kind of calms down and it looks just like your lips are just a little bit brighter. So this goes on wet and it's kind of like a lip stain. This just keeps them bright, like long lasting. Because I feel like your makeup always looks a little bit different in the mirror than when it's on TV. There's some things that don't show up on TV as much as they do in person, and then vice versa. Also, I watch gymnastics like constantly. It's really all I do. I fall asleep to watching gymnastics. So sometimes when I'm watching girls and I'm like, oh wow, they look really pretty, I'll think like, okay, what do they do with their makeup, or what does it look like they do with their makeup that I can incorporate into mine? So next, I'm gonna take my highlighter, and typically I just take my finger, and I'm not very particular with where I put this on, but I put it on the top of my nose, and sometimes I'll use a brush, but I'm gonna be completely honest, I forgot a brush for this today. And then I put it on the inner corners of my eye, and then right on like my brow bone under my eyebrow. I started my recruiting process at my club gym. My coach, she really just encouraged us to reach out to everybody and anybody. So that's really what I did, because you don't really know with spots and how it's going to be taken up. The feeling I felt when I stepped onto campus, it just, everything felt right. The girls were so welcoming. I just fit right in, like nothing was fake. I've watched Alabama growing up, like I've always watched the SEC, but they genuinely look like they're enjoying gymnastics and what they're doing out on the floor. You can tell through TV, and when I stepped onto campus and was in practice and everything like that, you could see that. This is my last step. I am moving on to my lip gloss. So I have my lip tint under, and this is like, it's obviously pink, but it's like more so clear, but my lip tint under makes this like actually pop and look pink and plump. And then I go, and I always don't think I look tan enough, so I take my bronzer out one more time and I go over again. So I am a sophomore, which means I have technically 3 more years left. I just have to remind myself every day going in the gym, there will be a day eventually that you're not going to be able to do this. And no matter the assignment that you have in front of you, I more so look at it as I get to do this. I don't have to do this. And knowing that one day, okay, yeah, today I might not want to do this assignment and have my arms be aching from the amount of conditioning that I'm doing. So I just take it day by day, because obviously this is one sport that you don't get to do your entire life. Like your body at some point, unfortunately, does tap out. So I just try to stay in the moment and be grateful for everything that I have now, because this also was not an opportunity that everybody gets to experience. So I'm just so thankful to be able to say that I am an Alabama gymnast and get to compete for this awesome university. I was always taught that if you look good, you feel good, and you do good. So I do my best when I'm out on the floor. Roll Tide. That's it.